Mm. Okay, so Abubakar, yesterday, um, this was our analysis for US 30. So we're looking at um the buy from here to this area where sellers uh as our TP2. So we were able to get TP1, and then over the course of the rest of the sessions till today. Even there was news right now, I think CPI, the news pushed above the TP2. Okay. So this was a very successful setup. Um, but what do we have today? We are inside the first 15 minutes. We have 3 minutes for the first 15 minutes on US 30. So let's look at what the 15-minute candle is doing. So the first 15-minute candle opened and makes its way to the upside and kind of trying to reject, but it hasn't closed yet. So let's wait and for it to close in 2 minutes time and probably see what the next 15. I like always to see the first 30 minutes candle close. Then we will be able to know where the 1 hour candle will be going. And after the 1 hour candle, we will be clear of the direction of the market and we can take our entry. So one, but I think we have a clue of the direction right now, based on what is happening. So we have price coming up to this red line here where sellers are expected to be sitting. Okay. So you can see that I've put sellers here. Um, and so you can see there is this resistance, small resistance here. And we have the price hit this trend line here, and we got a rejection to the downside or a push down. Price hit here again, and we got a push down once more time. And then price hit here, and then the news broke out. So if you check back here, this red line is our precision support resistance. Above that line, we will be looking for buys. And below that, we'll be looking for sells. Why? Because previously in this consolidation here, we've seen price has been hitting this point and dropping. So above this point, which is above these sellers, we can find buying pressure or buying power. So why are we going to find buying pressure there? What is the indication? The indication is that off from, I think, last 3 days, we got this push above this red line, which is above the sellers. So this has become the indication, okay, that above this red line or the sellers, the buyers will be in charge. So after this indication, then all this move to the downside, all this move to the downside into this area looks like the correction. And if you check on the higher time frame, you would see that price came to tap into a bigger fair value gap, bullish fair value gap here. Okay. So what what were we going to base on to sell? We were going to look for sales because only if price hit this area and then fail to close above. Okay, if price hit this area and then remain below. As you can see, that trend line guiding that serving as a resistance guiding there has also been broken. So right now, what do we need to do? We need to look for a buy entry because we are above the sellers. So we need to look for a buy entry. So this is the most current high, and this is the most current swing low. So within this range, price is trading the news push price from 61.8 into 78.6. Ideally, we should have gotten a retracement or a corrective into 61.8 back so that the price will push up. But we are likely to see, after hitting 100% now, we are likely to see that retracement at New Year's session. As I said, this is the first 15 minutes that is opened. The second 15-minute candle is just opened. Okay, so we are likely to see price hit this 100% here and drop back into 61.8 here. And then if it fails to close below here and stays above the red line and the trend line, then we will be able to go bullish. So let's frame our first setup an entry around here. That is, we are expecting price to retest the news impulse. Okay, so I'll put the entry here and I'll put the stop loss on 50% here. Okay, and then we'll be targeting price to go up more and give us new highs. So let's see if we'll be able to get this entry. Price is far gone, okay? If I'm sure because of the news pressure, maybe it might come down, it might not come. But if you check the 30 minutes time frame, we have a bullish indication above the sellers. Okay, sellers are sitting here, sellers are here, and we have a bullish indication, leaving us this imbalance, fair value gap here. Okay, so we should expect price to correct back, somewhere into this area, okay, and then go up, fail to drop, and then continue to push up. So let's see if that is going to be given to us. Okay, let's see if that is going to be given to us from the 30 minutes time frame. On 4-hour, so we have this 4-hour candle pushing very big. We are likely to see it all shrink down and then take off to push up again. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. This is 50 index. Yeah, from daily time frame, we are kind of sweeping the highs. So is price going to sweep all the highs and reject back fully? We can't tell now, right now, until price closes below the sellers or the red line. If price closes below the red line, then we can tell that we might frame a sell setup instead. But right now we are bullish because we have bullish indication on 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and even 1 hour. Okay, the 1 hour has a bullish indication. We have this bullish candle closing above the sellers. So what we'll be looking for is a push back to retest, and then we can join the buy. So let's see if this first entry will hold. Price could still push back down into like 50% somewhere here. Okay, so but let's just frame to buy at 61.8%. So let's see how it will go. If it doesn't come back, fine, we missed it. It should be because of the news. Now this is gold. So we had gold. Um, this is gold right now on 5 minutes. Let me go to 15 minutes on gold. Let me go to 30 minutes on gold. So we have this double top that broke the neckline. And double top should be telling us that we are likely to see some reversals. But gold is very bullish, but this is just like the market revealing its intention. So on the 1 hour too, we can see a double top that has broken the neckline. On 4 hour, we can still see a double top. So what I will envision is we are likely to have another double top, or probably a break of this double top and then a push back into the range. Okay, we are likely to see another top here, or probably something like a shoulder. Okay, so that we can have like a head and a shoulder pattern for this pullback or sell. Okay, so that might have to form also on the daily time frame. So up to the 4 hour on the daily time frame, we don't really see much of a double top. We just have one top. We will need the other top to be formed. So based on that, I would expect that gold will retrace or will continue the bullish move back to the upside, at least to get to this neckline, or probably get into this fair value gap up here. So let's see this 4 hour, let's see 1 hour again, let's see 30 minutes, and then let's look at what is happening. So if you look closely, you will see that you will see that right. Okay, so if you look closely here on gold, if you look at this area where I put this red line, you will see that there are buyers active there. So 3 points, we have 3 points here. Boom, a bullish move happens. Boom, bullish move. Boom, bullish move. So this point, we can see buyers are very active here. So I put a red line there. Now let's trace it back. Let's trace it back. So buyers are very active there. Then price drops down to hit those buyers, and then it rejects again. Buyers are still active here. Okay, buyers are still active. But now we close below the bias. So this is telling us that the bias have become weak below this red line that I have put there. Okay, so below that red line, bias are weak. Below this red line, bias are weak. But above that red line, bias should have strength. Okay, so we have indication below the bias that we are likely to be selling below this red line. Okay, so in now price gives that indication and then moves back up to give this bullish close above bullish close or bullish indication above the red line. This is an indication, okay, that above here we will be going bullish. So what do we need now? We need price to stay above this red line in order to buy. But below here, within this area, within these lows here, below here, we can see that this was the move that went up to give that indication. So this drop can be seen as a corrective or a pullback, okay? So after the corrective, we will need a new indication, a new bullish momentum, okay? So that we will be comfortable to look for buys. So if you check closely, you see that the news started from here today, and the news has pushed up. This is a bullish momentum, okay? And look at the candles, and we've closed above this trend line here, and we've closed above, technically closing or hitting the red line again. Okay, so this from below here, this activity here today is an indication that gold wants to buy. So, but in the future, anytime price comes below this red line again, gold is going to be selling, it's going to keep selling. So for now, what we will look for is we have a bullish momentum or indication. Okay, so we need price to stay above this red line in order to be going bullish. But we will need a pullback first. So let's see how far gold can pull back after this news push to the upside for the indication. Let's see how far gold will drop or will pull back. So how do we measure that? This is the most current high from this consolidation, and this is the lows. So what do we do? I will use my Fibonacci to measure from this high to this low. Okay, and I can see price has given us 38.2 retracement, which is typically 61.6%, 61.8%. So into discount. So now price has moved up. We should expect price to drop back into either 50% equilibrium or retest 38% here in order for us to join for the buy. Okay, in order for us to join for the buy. So we will frame our buy setup here on gold. We will frame our buy setup here with stop loss a little bit just below this trend line and below the 61.8% lows. Okay, and then we will go very long. We'll target our TP1 to be where price is right now will be the TP1, and TP2 will be the 100%. And when we are able to sweep that high, then we can be reaching out for that neckline area. That neckline area above here as TP3. All might not happen today, but probably if it's going to be bullish, then we will see that. So I envision it to keep going up to form another top, but we will just target here for now. Okay. So we will have to wait right now for a pullback on gold. Okay. So it might take a long time for it to drop back into this place. It might take the whole day because the news just pushed price up. It might come, it might not come, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay. If you have any question, you let me know. The other thing why I feel like gold, we should also look for buys on gold right now is that, but if stop loss is hit, then it means that it's going to continue to sell because we will technically be below this red line. Okay, because price is right now on the red line. Good. So the other reason why I'm looking for buys, I'll be looking for buy on gold even within this consolidation is I'm seeing something like um, a right shoulder, a neckline, a head or double heads, and I see pushes into price pushes into um yeah, that neck area, price pushes up, okay, like this, and price drops. This is the neck, but we can see this area as we can call this one still like double bottom, maybe double heads, or let's say a right shoulder. And price goes up and breaks the neckline. Price breaks the neck or the diagonal resistance. It gives that indication, breaks that trend line up. So once that happens, we will look for a pullback. So we came to it, we couldn't go up, we descended more, and we have formed another right shoulder here. Okay, so we have like this is the right shoulder right now. That is here. We have the right shoulder here. Here that is formed right now. Okay, so we need to break this trend line in order to stay bullish. We need to break the head and the shoulders trend line or neckline in order to stay bullish. And now price has just hit that neckline or trend line. And it is at the same point with my precision support line, which is the red line. Let me make that line a blue line right now. And let me make it big. Okay, good. So So we will need price to stay above the blue line, which is the PSR, precision support resistance, and also stay above the neckline of the head and the shoulder pattern. Okay. So we are just hitting them once more. And probably we should expect a corrective. Then after that, we can price can break it, or price might break it and drop to give us the corrective. I don't know whether the corrective will come right back into where the news started. I cannot tell that too because price is very far away right now. Okay, but according to my technicals, I feel like I think it will be ideal for price to drop all the way down and then pick up again to move. Okay, good. So let me clear the head and the shoulder off once more. And then yeah, so now we have uh, good. So this is from the 15 minutes perspective. Let's see what is happening on 5 minutes. Now we framed our setup. So let's see what is happening on 5 minutes. So on 5 minutes, there was this initial consolidation here before price took off to the upside. Okay, so you can see there is this initial consolidation. What this means is that there were sellers piling up here. Okay, so I can put a line on the sellers. There were sellers or there was resistance here. Okay, so sellers were sitting up here within this consolidation and they were trying to push price to go down. But we got this bullish close because of the news, this bullish close above those sellers. Okay, so this is the indication, and price went ahead. Price did a slight corrective, and price pushed back again and gave another indication above this trend line. Yeah, into this resistance. So the goal is we should expect price to come back into the impulse, the indication. We should expect price to come back into the indication, which is this zone. And as long as price will stay above this line, we can have a bullish market. Okay, so we need this black line. We don't need price to, if price drops, we don't need price to stay below this black line, this line. We don't need price to stay below the sellers. We need price to come and retest this place and be above the black line, okay? So that we can take our, so let me put it somewhere here, and the stop loss will be below here, okay? So we need something like this in order to, so it might go up, but I am just technically expecting price to come back to these sellers. Though it went up and dropped to the sellers and pushed up more, but I'm expecting price to come back again. It might come, it might not come. Okay, good. So this is how we can, I mean, these are ways that I can frame the setup in order to be safe. So let's see if today is Friday, but let's see if it's going to drop again and give that chance. If it doesn't, and price continues to stay above this area, this blue line, and above this zone, we can still aggressively find an entry and join the buy. But for now, let's wait first, at least for the first 1 hour. We are into the second 30 minutes of New York section. So let's wait for at least, no, let's wait for at least the first 1 hour to be over. Any questions? Any questions? Who is here? Okay, Eve is here, and who else? Abubakar is also here. Any questions? Any questions? So yesterday's setup, okay, so it kept buying, kept moving up. Okay, so with US30 has taken the highs out, and it's still moving up. So I don't know. The news power or pressure is still in. So I don't know. But that's it. I mean, it's already moving, so you cannot join. If you join and it locks you up in, you'll be, I mean, you make losses, unnecessary losses. So let's just wait. The news will always respect the technicals. So let's fundamentals and technicals, they work hand in hand. So let's still wait and see what will happen. Let's still wait and see what will happen. Um, so we've analyzed US30 and what do you call it? US30 and gold today. And we are expecting to take another buy entry when price retraces back into this place. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot and send to you guys so that we will be all monitoring. The only reason why we will be selling is if price comes down and gets us a very bearish impulsive close below this red line and strips the stop loss. Then, because below this red line, we have our sellers. So if that is to happen, then we will now not be buying, but wait and then find appropriate confirmation to frame a sell setup. So it looks like we might not be taking any trade right now because uh, we don't have price coming into our ultimate entry that we expect right now. Gold has also just pushed up above the blue line and it's pushing up. So aggressively, I mean, we can enter buys right now, but it makes sense to wait to see if it will pull back. Like I said, when the news is playing, some of the processes that normal price action day will go through, the news will defile all that. But at the end of the day, it will play to the direction of the technicals. Okay. So um yeah, so it's still above, still pushing up. Okay. Still above, pushing up, pushing up. So I believe it should drop, but I can't say. Okay. Um, mm. Any question, Abubakar? Let me look at this pair. Uh,
No question for now. I'm okay.
okay. Mm, I'm monitoring this derivative pair to see if it will give a bullish continuation 50 index. Let's see. So right now it's giving us sellers here, and then it looks like buyers are also active here on this 1 minute chart. So we need either of them to break. And there is this internal resistance support also here. Yeah, so let's see the direction it will want to go, whether up or it will continue down. Okay. So let's call it a day for today because and follow the chart. I've sent the chart. Follow the chart and see if price comes into the entry, you can enter for your trades. So I have
I just want
I have a similar analysis on 25 1S. Price just moved, so I'm expecting a corrective, and I can buy here. Yeah,
So
question. Ask your question.
can you send the signal? Yeah, can you send the signal for us?
Yes,
Because I was trading
I can
gold.
send. I can send to you.
Okay, okay, no problem. I was trading gold this afternoon. Then I entered for a sell. Boom, the price went up. So I blocked my account for that.
Yes, maybe you were not analyzing the market well, and losses or blowing account is technically part of the whole process. So don't be down. Just come up again. Okay?
Okay, no
You
problem.
you shall be
Yeah, yeah,
well.
no problem.
You shall be well.
Yeah,
Okay. So
I got grace.
Eve, how are you? Eve, are you doing good?
Yes, please. I'm fine.
Okay, good. So look at the chart and then be monitoring US30 and gold. If it drops into
Okay.
the entry areas, you can take a buy and then use the chart to monitor.
Yes.
I mean, you can use the demo account also. That's the best
Okay.
to test first. So let's call it a day for today. All our entries are not price is not our at our entry, so let's continue, God willing, tomorrow or Sunday. Sunday we'll analyze volatility pairs and take live trades. So